Our eyes are constantly exposed to blue light, which can damage them over time. Without the proper nutrition, our eyes have a hard time filtering blue light. Even colored sunglasses or screen protectors, represented by the dye in this water, can't fully protect our eyes. However, a daily serving of PharmaNex eye formula supplies our eyes with the nutrition required to help shield them from blue light and support overall eye health. Protect your eyes from the inside out.
I have loved you only in my mind, but I know that there will come a time to feel this feeling I have inside. You're a hopeless romantic is what they say, falling in and out of love just like a play, memorizing its line and still don't know what to say. What to say? Don't know what to do whenever you are near. Don't know what to say. My heart is floating in tears. When you pass by, I could fly. Every minute, every second of the day, I dream of you in the most special way. You beside me all the time, all the time. I have loved you and I always will. Call it crazy, but I know someday you'll feel this feeling I have for you inside. I'm a hopeless romantic, I know I am, memorizing all the lines, and here I am, struggling for words and still don't know what to say. What to say? Don't know what to do whenever you are near. Don't know what to say, my heart is floating in tears. When you pass by, I could fly. Every minute, every second of the day, I dream of you in the most special way. You're beside me all the time. Yes, warm greetings, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from right now, and welcome to JhermiNATION PV, our hub for health, arts, and business. And I'm your host, Jeremy, here in London, and I take it that you're all doing well and keeping safe wherever you're watching from right now. And of course, happy Easter, everyone. So please write on the comment box where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out. Any questions later on, please write it on the comment box. And I would like to welcome all those who are watching right now. Jimmy Wong, Ronald Celebrados. Hello, Raymond De La Vega from Canada. We have Sharina Cruz Caras, welcome here. We have Julie Hernale, welcome. We have Chairman Hermel Ilagan. Welcome, welcome, welcome here. And we are live streaming simultaneously on 3 destinations at the moment. On YouTube, we are on JhermiNATION, live now as well in JhermiNATION. On our Facebook page, JhermiNATION, and on my personal Facebook page, Jeremy Roy. So welcome, welcome, welcome everyone. And in keeping with what JhermiNATION is all about, I would like to give you a seed that you can plant into your mind and let it germinate. So, our seed of the day is we create our own reality. Yes, you heard it right. We can create our own reality. Quantum physics, neuroscience, and religion have proven this. We believe that we are created in the image and likeness of our Creator. And the thoughts that we're thinking, our feelings, emotion, our mindset, our belief system the way we respond and react, these forms our personality, and our personality becomes our personal reality. And you might have heard of this one before. I think, therefore I am. And even Henry Ford said, if you think you can or you cannot, either way, you're right. So really, our thoughts create our life. It's not the situation or the circumstance that causes our struggles. It's actually our thoughts of the struggle, of the situation and the circumstance that gives us or causes us the struggle. If we that's why we say mind over matter. And if you keep thinking about your problems, you always get problematic. You will always be problematic because you are not thinking of the solution. And if you keep thinking about all your past bad experiences in life, you relieve it, and then you feel that feeling again, and you are on that state of being again. That's the word. It's state of being. That's why we get more of the same. And this is how our thoughts create our life and our reality. So we can create our own reality. So that's our seed of the day. And that's it. So, and before I bring in our very special guests for tonight, let me just play this short video. So, our guests, we have two guests for tonight, and they are from USA, from California. And I have met these two lovely guests actually in Instagram. I was just browsing and I saw this beautiful. It's a visual art. It's about match, and you will see it later. And I'm sure you've seen this one before. So I contacted them in Instagram, and they are visual artists. So are you ready for our very special guests? So from the US of A in California, visual artist. Let's all welcome. Are you ready for them? Right. Okay. Yes. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Juan Delcan and Valentina from USA, visual artists. Welcome here in JhermiNATION. So please greet our audience who are watching right now. Juan, please, and Valentina.
Hello, happy Easter.
Happy Easter from LA, sunny LA.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And where are you originally from, Juan?
I'm from Spain, born in Canada, grew up in Spain, and been in America now for half of my life. So I don't know, everywhere.
Amazing, amazing. And how about you, Valentina?
Well, I was born in Venezuela, South America, but I've been half of my life here in the United States. First in New York, and then here in LA. So
Wow,
that's
amazing.
yeah.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. So, thank you very much for being. I know you're very busy with your lives at the moment, and I always do this to my special guests. Valentina and Juan. I always do this to my special guests, and nobody escapes my quick fire questions. I have match too.
All right, I'm ready.
Right, right.
I'm a big match here, so I'm
Oh,
ready.
you got a match. See,
I'm
you got a bigger one. Oh my God.
the biggest one, so I'm ready.
All right. So I'm going to throw you questions, and you will answer it by the first thing that will come into your mind. Are you ready for this?
Yeah,
On.
Yes.
let's do it.
Yes. Let's do this. All right. So our quick fire questions. Let's do this. So who won? Beer or wine?
What's the question? Sorry.
Beer or wine?
Oh, beer.
Beer.
Beer. Valentina, sleep or eat?
Both.
Both. Only one. Only one. Only one.
Eat for
Eat.
sure.
One. Weird or crazy?
Weird.
Valentina, what is your guilty pleasure?
Eating.
Sorry?
Eating. I eat
Oh, eating.
all the time.
All right.
Very fat.
I eat all day, all the time. That I can't.
All right. One.
Very fat from the waist down.
No,
All right. One. What was the last thing that you Googled?
Oh, shoot.
I
don't
can.
know, need to look at the
I
history.
answer. The last thing I googled last night is how tall was Audrey Hepburn, because I was watching a movie which is called Roman Holiday. So I wanted to know how tall she was.
Oh. Now, Juan, apart from your face, Juan, which body part you look most in the mirror?
Oh, I look at the back of my head because I'm getting bald.
Oh my God, how do you do that?
And it makes me very humble. That's why I wear a hat. I just
Oh,
don't want to lose it.
All right. Valentina, money or fame?
Neither. Well, I guess money.
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 Right. Juan, dream or career?
Dream.
Dream.
Always dream.
Valentina, happiness or fulfillment?
Happiness.
Happiness. Amazing. Juan,
Good questions.
security or opportunity?
Opportunity.
Amazing.
Yes.
And Valentina, what would you tell your 12-year-old self? If you're in front of your 12-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Oh, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Just go for it. Go for it, girl. You're gonna make it.
Yes, amazing. How about you, Juan? What would you tell your 12-year-old self if you're in front of your 12-year-old self?
To trust your first instinct, to listen to your belly button.
Yes, the gut feeling, isn't it?
That's correct. We learned that lesson too late in our life, and it's a waste of time. So, yeah.
Right. It's never too late.
No.
Wow, amazing. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed those quick fire questions.
It was very good. Good questions.
Yeah. Thank you. So, what treat are we in for today? What can we learn, or what value can we give our audience for tonight? So basically, of course, this is a hub for health, arts, and business, and I was really impressed by the visual arts that I've seen from Juan, Delcan, and Valentina. And if you are an art lover, if you enjoy art, of course, this episode is for you. And of course, they will share their journey as visual artists, and what are they all about. We will know all about those things, and of course, I'm sure we will learn something from them tonight. So that's what we are in for tonight. So Valentina,
Yes,
so
sir.
yes, since this is all about arts, for you, what art is all about? Apart from what the dictionary meaning of art is for you personally, on a personal
Well,
what is art for you?
For me, it's a way to express, what I my feelings, of my thoughts, and and to communicate with the rest of the world, our feelings and thoughts and things, and it's a way of communicating.
Yep.
That's amazing. And Juan, we always hear, I mean, for me personally, I hear people, oh, I'm not creative. I think being creative is only for artists. What are your thoughts about being creative, or about creativity? Do you really need to be creative in order to do
Mm,
art, or what are
we
your thoughts about this one?
Yeah, good question. Good question. I think that we are all creative. Every single one of us is creative, and we are capable of doing things that we don't think we are somehow. And it's just a matter of like convincing yourself that you're. I mean, here in America they use a phrase which we don't have in Spain, and I made it mine, and it's brilliant. It's like fake it until you make it, and it's just become my motto. It's like if you think you're not good at it, just tell yourself the opposite. Tell yourself how good you are, and in some point, very likely you will. I mean, drawing, for example. I was gifted with being able to draw from very young, and then I started college, and one of the things that I started the architecture, and a lot of the people around me didn't know how to draw, and some of them went to an academy to learn the skills of being able to the tools or the understanding and the knowledge how to draw. And by 6 months after it started, they were able to draw just at least as good as I did, or even better. And so anything could be learned. I mean, it's like walking. It's just a matter of walking is crazy if you think about it. You stand up, you let yourself fall with one leg, and then the other one catches you to let yourself fall again. It's very complicated. And you do it, and we can all walk. So everybody could draw, everybody could paint, everybody could do sculpture, everybody could singing. Not like you.
Not so much.
You're
you're
talented,
amazing.
man.
You're so talented.
We're impressed.
Thank
That was live.
you. No, thank you.
We didn't know about that. That was
No,
crazy.
you know what? Funny. I mean, sure, but we've been singing together just to pass the time. We're so bad that now we have this newfound respect for people that can actually sing.
I'm not bad.
And you sing beautifully.
Thank you. That was an amazing answer. That's really true. If you've seen my seed of the day, we create our own reality, as what you have said. Fake it till you make it. It's about, you have to convince yourself that you can become good at something, and when you are in that state of being, then you behave, you think, and then you act as if you're already that person already. That's why
100%.
it's really good. Yeah. It's not just for being creative. It's not just for artists. That's what you said. We are all capable of anything and everything, as long as we put our mind and focus on it.
But
So
the
that's
people
really
on top are going to try to convince everybody else how hard it is, and it's only like very few can do it because they feel empowered. If everybody could be an artist, then they will feel like they're nobody. So they just try to be very pompous and like a big peacock, saying, "No, I'm very special." But it's not like that at all. We are all have that. I mean, to me, an artist, and this is 100% honest, an artist is somebody that pays attention. That's really what it
wow.
is somebody that pays attention,
Mhm.
and the skills or the way you do it is just so secondary.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It doesn't really matter if you're paying attention and you're analyzing and you have something to say, whatever it is, just through writing, through music, through poetry, painting, drawing, sculpt. I mean, whatever it is, putting bricks next to each other.
It's an art too. Yeah, you can find art in anything. I find art, especially in nature. I think nature is the biggest artist, because I look out the window and I see all this inspiration, everything. It's just paying attention, like the little things in life.
Yeah.
That you just pay attention to that little thing, and then that becomes art.
True.
Wow, that's amazing, and I've seen that on your arts as well in Instagram, which we will show people later on. I really like that answer, and if there will be one takeaway, that will be my takeaway straight away. That paying attention is really important. That's an art already, because in one way it will come out as an expression. If you pay attention, just like what you said, even those tiny little thing, you can make something out of it. Because I used to do photography as well before, and even the very mundane thing, if I just look around it, I walk around it on different perspective, I can make something out of it.
Yeah.
So really paying attention, I really like that one. Paying attention is really
And to
an
pay
art
attention,
already itself.
you need to be present.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Present, and now we have things, this kind of things, which
All kinds of things.
is both,
Yeah,
it's both marvelous, but also it makes you not be present because you're not with the person that you're in. You're like looking at thumbing through Instagram or doing other stuff, and all of a sudden, and because it's an amazing window to see other people's work and to connect with people is wonderful, but at
yeah,
the
yeah,
same time, it's very dangerous if you lose your presence. If you're
yeah,
not present with your kids or with your wife or with your husband or with your
friends
your
or
parents,
anybody, like, yeah.
because
yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing something else. You need to be the sense of presence is I mean it is to pay attention. It is really pay attention, listen to the person, listen to nature, listen to the person that you're with. And it's hard because we have so many distractions with technology
Right.
that are wonderful.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing. Just by paying attention, being an observer, because it's very important. Because that's what they say, the details, the devil is in the details.
The devil is
Because
in the
by observing, by observing, you will
Yeah.
get all those details, and from there, it will spark something in you.
Well,
You will express it.
exactly.
That's it.
You said it beautifully. You said it beautifully because for us, it was the most mundane thing, which is a match, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
that little spark came
Yeah.
from the match, and the match
Exactly.
is something you use and you just discard, and you never pay attention to a match, and that
Yes, yes, yes.
is making the present, the little detail is an important thing because that gives you a whole inspiration.
Exactly. And that's how we become creative. Those
Little things,
oh,
little things, and the big things
exactly.
too. It's just like whatever comes your way. You just have to be ready. You just have to be open. And
Yes, and amazing, amazing. I would like to greet Cora Corsola. Hello, Jeremy, and happy Easter to all. Yeah, and thank you for coming in. We also have Joe Nazareno, yeah, from the USA as well. Captain Joe, welcome here. And Buds Bautista Budoy Palaboy. Yan. Follow his YouTube, Budoy Palaboy UK. Thank you. Welcome here in JhermiNATION. So, Juan and Valentina, have you done other art forms as well apart from visual arts? Like any
yes,
other forms of arts?
yes, we do pretty much everything.
We paint.
We
I don't know if
paint.
you
I
can see
mean,
some of
we can
the-
see some of the
we
paintings.
have some of the
All the
paintings
paintings in our
because-
house are ours.
Oh, wow.
We-
We
Okay.
do some
We do
sculptures.
some sculptures too. What else do we do?
Well, we also work with talent, with direct actors. We work in documentaries as well. I just finished doing like that he just launched like last week, an immersive show dedicated to the painter, Spanish painter Francisco de Goya, my favorite painter, and he's in Granada in the south of Spain right now, and I'm very excited. Like 40 projectors. It's an immersive show, so you get into the space and you just get lost for 30 minutes in the work of that painter Goya, and so I'm very very excited about that. And what else? I mean, poetry. We like working, collaborating with artists.
with other artists. Yeah.
We've done stuff with poets. We've done stuff with. I was lucky enough to did a piece with Louise Bourgeois when she was around. With Mark Strand, the poet, Billy Collins. That's probably the thing that we feel like most excited about, like collaborating with other people.
Yeah.
And doing
Yeah.
and learning from them and just nurture and just because if we just do it ourselves, we will get bored after a while.
Yeah, that's yeah. And that's really good, because collaboration is really the key, so because we learn from each other, we learn from other people, and as what they say, I just want to share this one. If you're the best person in the room, you're in the wrong room.
I love that.
You're in the wrong room because you're meant to learn from other people. And if of course it's good to impart or to share your knowledge as well. It's good if other people learn from you as well. But for your own sake as well, you should immerse yourself with people who are doing better or well than you, or the
Good point.
yeah, because we can learn from them. Yeah. I always take that into consideration as well. If I'm the best person, I'm in the wrong room. I shouldn't be.
Good point. Good point.
I love that. I'm gonna
Yeah,
steal
yeah.
that. I'm gonna use that from now on.
No worries, no worries. Yeah.
Love it.
And hi to Nord's Ray Vlog. Hi host. Hello there, Nord's Ray Vlog. Follow her on YouTube. Yeah, thank you. And
Name. North.
yeah,
Gorgeous
Nord's
name.
Ray.
Gorgeous.
Nord's Ray, yeah, blog. Thank you for coming. And apart from how did you get into arts in the first place? Juan? Were you when you were little, were you already on arts already? Were
I
your family into arts? Somebody influenced you, or
I mean I think that my parents are both in the healthcare world. And my dad is a cardiologist. My mom is a nurse. They're retired now. My grandfather was also a traumatologist, a bone doctor when he was around. So I was going to be a doctor, but I could not stop drawing. It's something that but I didn't think that was. It's like, I mean, like whoever likes to do sports. I didn't give it importance until I turned 18, and I was ready. And I had the right grades to start going to college to become a doctor. And then I realized that my second nature was art. So I decided to go against what I was determined to do, which didn't make my dad. Although my parents always supported me 100%, but they wanted me to be a doctor. And but the thing that makes me feel better is to know that art, because I always felt like it was a superfluous profession, and I was worried compared with my parents that they were doing something that saved lives, and I was just doing art, which is almost like being very. I always felt like it was something selfish, and then I realized that art has been around before we even knew how to cultivate the land. We were doing art. Art is probably one of the oldest things that we've ever done, and I mean, painting in the caves, and so I thought made me feel a little better.
how about you, Valentina? Were you on arts when you were a child
Yeah,
as
I mean,
well? Or
for
was it,
me, it's a little different because my family, I come from a artist family. My father is a writer. My mother was a classic ballerina. And, my brother is also a writer. My older brother is a lighting designer. So we all kind of grew up, I grew up in an artistic family. So I don't have like, Juan has more merit than I do because I kind of grew up in an artistic family. So I didn't know anything else other than art growing up. So, yeah.
wow, amazing. I think I've asked that question during the quick fire question. I don't know if I asked it to Valentina or Juan when I asked dream or career. Do you remember, guys?
It was to me, yeah.
Dream.
I answered dream.
Dream.
Wow,
Dream.
amazing. When I throw that quick fire questions, it's just for fun, but at the same time, it's about knowing people as well, and exactly what you said, on those quick fire questions, you answered straight away, dream. But you could have a career as a doctor,
Well, the thing
isn't
with
it?
career is that you could change your mind. So it is.
Yeah.
It's like the career is something that has. The way I see it, it has stages, and life has stages. And you, as a person, you evolve and change and discover things, and you may go off the path. I was partnered when I was in Europe working with I had like a company doing visual arts, and my partner was a dentist. He finished the career as a dentist, and then he worked as a guy from the Alps. It was French Patrick Rouchon, and he was a dentist, and he decided that he wanted to change careers at some point. So career changes, but your
Yeah.
dream remains. Your dream doesn't shift as much, because at the end of the day, the dream that we all have is the dream of fulfillment, is to be happy.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. And I think I asked that question as well earlier during the quick fire questions. Remember my question, happiness or fulfillment? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
it is true. These are all good questions, sir.
Really good
Interrelated.
questions.
It's really good, to know the background of the artist behind. I myself, I'm actually a nurse. I'm,
Oh,
I'm
You
I'm a nurse
are?
myself. Yeah, I'm a
Oh yeah,
nurse.
you're my
Yeah.
hero. You're my hero. You're a nurse and you can actually sing. You're my hero.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You are my
definitely,
heroes, guys. When it comes to visual arts, especially
definitely.
these matchsticks that that you made before. I would like to. Oh, there's a comment here from CJ, mommy CJ and baby CJ. Very informative. Art can make a difference. Wow, thank you.
Yeah.
CJ herself is an artist as well. She's a visual
Mm.
artist as well. She made her own a brand called Likha.
Oh,
Likha in English is create. Likha is
oh,
create.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see her Facebook as well as CJ Little,
oh,
Oh,
and she's got a YouTube channel, Mommy CJ and Baby CJ. Yeah,
okay.
and they do blogs as well. Daughter and mom doing a blog. Yeah.
Wonderful.
wonderful.
But
Wonderful.
CJ herself, she is artistic herself. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Thank you, CJ. Thank you for that comment. Thank you. You probably heard about this one. That art being used as a therapy, art has as healing.
Hmm.
Um, have you seen it? Have you done it yourself, or have you seen it used before yourself, or what's your comment about this one?
I mean, I know that there is.
Art as a form of therapy.
I mean, I'm not by any stretch an artist, or not, and I don't have a lot of knowledge, but I do know that there is a reaction in your being that reacts to colors and to shapes. And I know there's a lot of books. I mean, but Kandinsky wrote a book regarding that, the power of shapes and lines and contrast and colors to the people. And that started, I mean, the Gestalt, I think is how they call it in Germany. So there's a lot of, I'm not an expert, but I know there is a power and there's a lot of potential of creating something, whether it's, I mean, I know that if you feel a certain way if you enter in a room that is painted red versus if you enter a room that is fully painted green. So there is a lot of immediate reaction that you get, positive or negative, or I mean, and that could be applied a lot in making movies. That's something that I have studied somewhat, is how do you create emotional reaction using contrast, whether it's the contrast in the photography that you're doing, in the shapes that you use, in creating like all of a sudden with sound. So using sound and parameters of visual different visual parameters, you can create emotional reaction to it. So that whether it's intrigue or laughter, or I mean, yeah. So there's a lot of that. I don't know if I'm an expert. A lot about this just through instinct.
Exactly.
But there's a
Yeah.
lot of trickery in
Yeah.
art.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
if you use, art, if you use your emotions to create art, of course it's going to have a healing process. It's going to help you with your healing process if you can express this emotion and take them outside of you, and creating art. Maybe yeah, it has I mean, it's because they're all emotions. So if you take them out, maybe that's going to heal you in somehow.
But we really haven't practiced.
No.
We haven't really created anything with that purpose, which I wish we did, because it would be wonderful.
It will be wonderful.
It'll be like maybe retaking what I didn't do as becoming a doctor.
Maybe yeah,
doing that
channeling
for art.
that would be nice.
So it's a good idea, but we haven't done it.
We haven't done it, but
Yeah.
it's I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure.
Yes, yes. That's amazing, amazing. Because the colors, it stimulates some sort of emotions. It
Yes.
triggers emotion. And you mentioned about the sound. The sound can actually influence the brain waves
Exactly.
of and yes, if you use art as a form of therapy for healing, you express your emotions.
Yeah.
Very right. It can actually be a form of therapy. It's really good. Even in hospitals, um, on the walls of hospitals. I don't know what it is like in America, obviously, but here in UK, the walls of hospitals, they fill it with the arts as well, artworks of different
Mm.
types. It could be photography, could be painting, could be a
Ah,
little bit of sculpture. Yeah, they put it in there. So,
cool.
um, and sometimes in the lobby of hospitals, they have musicians there, like playing violin.
Nice.
Yeah, some sort of music and art therapy is what they call it. So indeed,
Wonderful.
arts can
Yeah,
be used as a therapy, for
I
healing.
love that. I
yeah,
love that.
I wish I knew more of that, because I think that it could be good to know that what we do
Yeah.
could have a positive influence in somebody's health, but we don't know much about that, to be honest.
No.
Something maybe that you can explore in the near
Yeah,
future.
In the near
No, a
future.
new venture.
You
That's
see,
what one say. You always get bored.
you
You
see,
might as
you
well jump into
open a
something.
whole
Oh,
new thing. You open a
exactly.
whole
Yeah,
new thing for us. It's wonderful.
yeah,
exactly.
it's a good idea.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah. So at this point, Juan and Valentina will just pause for a commercial break, and we have a performer as well, a virtual performer.
Okay.
And yes, we'll pause for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. So don't go away. So we'll be right back. Wash your hands or sanitize your hand. Wear your face mask and maintain a safe distance.
My heart's been feeling the pain, even though when you're around me, I couldn't let the ache fade as you look at me this way. I felt like I'm in outer space. I always thought that you liked me. I always thought that you could love me. And now I'm broken like glass that's been broken before, been shattered again on the floor. Now that I've got nobody beside me to guide me and make me happy, I obviously felt ignored. how it hurts me the moment you told me about us, that it's friendship you wanted and nothing more. And I know that it's something I couldn't imagine. You and only you I want in this world. Another day down the drain. Now that I had accepted it, life is good, it's so much fun and oblivion. I pray to God facing the sun. He told me I don't need to worry. Don't be in a hurry in looking for love, 'cause he'll give you what you want. Just wait and just hold on. It will come to you, it will come to you, it will come to you. You, how it hurts me the moment you told me about us, that it's friendship you wanted and nothing more. And I know that it's something I couldn't imagine. You and only you I want in this world. I watch the circles of smoke up in the sky. I wonder where all the birds fly. I felt I want to be loved and give it back to the world. Well, rainbows are true, the colors of life, and love are colors of you.
Yes, that was Genielle, singer-songwriter here in London. And I would like to welcome Mary. Hello. Thank you for watching. And we have Maita Martin. Thank you, Maita Martin. Welcome, welcome here. And yes, and we're back.
Bravo. We love that song.
Love Danielle.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. So, Juan, how have you been affected with this? For a year we've been locked down. We have this global crisis. How have you been affected with this one?
I mean, we've been affected, especially seeing the effect on people that we love. I mean, we've lost some, personal friends through this virus. Especially a very close friend of mine in New York, and that was very devastating. Luckily, my family they're all safe, and my dad is already vaccinated. My mom is going to get vaccinated next week, but it was hard because I saw people having a really rough time and suffering, and in a way that we've never experienced it before. So that was not in my skin as much as in the people that I care for. That's really how it works.
Yes, yes. Mommy CJ and baby CJ here followed Juan, Delcan, and Valentina Instagram. Mind blowing art. new fan here. Wow.
Thank you.
Yes, Mommy CJ and Baby CJ.
Thank you, Mommy
Thank you,
CJ.
thank you. Wow, amazing. Yes, let's show your work in Instagram. And I've changed the background earlier uh, with your matchsticks. That one. That's what's really amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, yeah. And this was the video that really,
Yeah.
uh, when I saw it, was like, oh, this is really genius.
It's a very dear piece for us. I mean, even though we did it really quick.
Yeah.
That one. People must have seen this one already. But when I saw this one, and it was in time for, pandemic, and then social distancing was like a household name, social distancing.
Yeah, we did that on I think it was the March of last year, right? The day after they had the lockdown in California.
Exactly. Yeah.
And we've been working with matches already before that for another year. So we were already familiar with how we can have fun and tell stories with matches, how they could somehow get inspired or contagion or get the fire from each other. And
Yes.
it was Valentina who came up with the idea. It was like, hey, how about if we do it like this? And I quite liked that idea, and I made it happen. That was on a Friday, and the Saturday I put it together, and then first thing on Sunday we
posted on Sunday morning California time. And funniest thing is, because California is so behind, like I think we're like the second to last time zone. So when we wake up, everything already happened everywhere else. So we went to sleep, and in the middle of the night, I mean, like 3 a.m., our phones start going like beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, who's calling at this time? So Juan, grabs the phone and he's like, this must be a joke. It's like, I don't know, what are you saying? And he's like, wake up. It was NBC, and then it was
just an American network.
It's an American network. And then
one of the big ones. Yeah.
And then it was CNN. And then it was like, it's like 4 a.m. And we're like, what on earth is happening?
For about 2 months, it was interviews every day
basically.
It was like
China, non-stop,
Australia, Canada,
everywhere.
Wow.
Argentina. So that was non-stop for about 2 months. And this video has probably been seen for, I cannot keep a perfect count.
But it's a lot.
but maybe close to 20 million people.
Wow.
So it was pretty, it was like what they call a strike of genius.
It is genius. It is really indeed genius. Amazing. So you said you've been using matches even before, and Valentina mentioned it earlier as well, that through observation or just paying attention, even on those little things, it will spark something. Yeah, it will spark something, and this is it. I mean, in time with the global lockdown and the pandemic, you created this one, which was really genius. And I confessed it to you guys earlier, didn't I? That at the backstage, I said I actually did this on my Facebook page as well during the time that was last year, and I did. Yeah, I was doing Facebook Live. And then I just lined matches as well, and I lit the match, and they're close together. They did the same one, but what I did is I just left a space, because I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to do that one, that match moving back, but there was a gap. I just left a gap.
The idea that we have in this one, as you can see now playing in the video, is the fact that you don't have to wait for somebody to tell you what to do. It's in your hands. It's in your legs, really.
Yeah, exactly.
For you to just move to one side and stop what it could be, and you could save not only your life, but all the other matches behind you, all the people, your family,
Yes.
your friends, because you're not spreading, in this case, the fire. You're not spreading the bad stuff that could kill other people. So it is
Exactly.
really asking for the people common sense and sense of responsibility. That's really what it did, and it did have a lot of good reaction throughout, and we saw a lot of. I mean, the part that, again, the fact that you're a nurse and my family comes from healthcare. The thing that was most rewarding for us is when we got messages from healthcare workers,
Right.
if they asking us for permission to just share on their Facebook and on Instagram, and that to us meant the world, because
Yeah.
if the people that really matter were using it as a tool to communicate the idea, and we could be part of that message, it was very rewarding in a way.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Um, this can be very timeless. It can be timeless. I mean, for say for months and a year, yes, it could be related to what social distancing and what stopping the spread of the virus. But after that, people can interpret this
Yeah.
art
Yeah.
million ways. It can be not just virus but anything.
Yeah,
But
we asked for firefighters, say, hey, this could be good for us. Can we use it? I mean, it could be just maybe a spread of a rumor.
exactly.
Exactly.
It could be a gossip. It could be a gossip as well, isn't it? It's not a spread of gossip.
Anything that is negative and damaging,
Or just
it's up to you.
or
to
just
change it.
or just it could be that you can just be different.
Yeah.
You can just be different. You can just remove yourself from that and be different.
Exactly. Yeah. So this will be timeless, guys. This will be timeless. Wow.
Really.
It's really an honor and a pleasure for me to invite you guys here. The one who made this video, and that was a year ago when I found this one. And well, it took a year for us to meet online. I know you guys are very busy with all your projects.
We
with all this.
love talking to you. You're awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we love your show.
Oh my God! If you ever come to LA, please come. Let us know. And we will
Sure.
You're
Why not? Yeah. As visual artists, I think you already answered this question already. It's all about alleviating the current situation. But I think you guys have a great message, as we already know that one. But what before this one, if I will ask you this question, what does Juan and Valentina stand for as visual artists? What's your message? What's your mission and vision? What's your advocacy?
Well, I mean, it's probably a question that will take us our lifetime to be able to answer accurately, because it keeps evolving. But I mean, to us, in a way, I will answer being a little redundant, because I did talk about that before. When I was saying about the idea of paying attention, we believe that there is, for everybody, not just for us, or not only for people that call themselves artists, but for every single human being, there is a presence of invisible windows everywhere, waiting for you to open them.
Yeah.
And that's what I was trying to say when I was saying paying attention. You just have to pay attention, because these doors that are created exclusively for you, and it's the job of your lifetime and that thing that I will tell to my 12-year-old person, I will just tell to myself every day, is pay attention, because there is something there that is there waiting for you to open it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it will be there next. Don't get anxious if you haven't seen them yet. It's always going to be there, and you know where it is there. You just have to listen to your gut, that little voice. Pay attention to that little voice. That it is what art is. I mean, art could be just. I mean, Valentina is an amazing artist in many different ways. One of them is cooking. I mean, you can just cook just to feed yourself because you're starving, but you could put a little bit of something because you pay attention to what you have, the ingredients, or what is the thing that surrounds you, or how you dress. That's another thing that Valentina is an amazing artist. It's just she doesn't go and just put whatever is in there to keyboard like I do, but actually she pays attention to the color, the texture, where is she going, what is the environment. I mean, little things, or what it seems little things, it could become very big. And it's paying attention and care and love everything you do.
Well, but I think one thing that is very dear to us is also to put a smile on people's faces, just to communicate something good. Just to, see the art and you feel something and you smile. Smiling and being happy is really good too.
But another thing is to embrace contradiction. And that's something that we're big fans of Orson Welles.
Yeah.
And I'm also a big fan of Goya, because he saw the beauty of what we are, and we are not one thing.
Yeah,
we are multiple things. And Orson Welles did this movie called Touch of Evil, which is is one of my favorite movies. Or The Third Man, although he didn't direct that, he was just an actor in there. But those movies that embrace the duality of the human being, and that's what a match symbolizes. A match is something that could keep you warm, it could help you cook, but it could also create some horrible things if you're not careful.
Yeah.
You can light a match carelessly, it could be very harmful. So that the idea that you are full of both, you can create a lot of good, and with that same potency, you can create a lot of bad, is really what we are. And you need to just choose wisely and try to just don't hurt other people, because you can. We all can. If we're not careful. And that's what really a match to me symbolizes. Apart from having like anatomically the same presence that we have a big head. It has a body that is pretty much the same proportions of a human body, but also it has a hot head that could light up and could create, it could be damaging. It could hurt others, could hurt yourself. And in the process, it could hurt other people. So that's why we were very attracted to that. Yeah. And we're working on a new one now, very transcendental. So be ready. It's going to be coming in.
Wow.
It's going to be a long one. It's close to like 45 seconds a minute. Yeah. Normally they're short.
It's going to be very different. Very different too.
But it is talking a little bit about the meaning of light. Is the name.
The meaning of light.
Is the time.
Amazing. And I was just looking at this one, I really like what I've learned from you today. Paying attention, because paying attention actually opens you another door, which I can actually see in your arts in there, because it just started. If we go back to this one, this is stream 1. If we go back, it started with something and then it ended up with something else already. It's really amazing what you've created in here. See, it started like that, right?
That's the fountain of life.
Yeah.
And normally when we work on this thing, we don't know where it's going to take us.
Exactly, yeah. That's the beauty of this one. And look, there's a little one there, tiny red dot, and it's actually a fish. And as you go inside, as what you said, pay attention, and because it will open another door, and we can see it from your work here. It just started like a red dot, and actually it's a fish. So it opened up another world again. World of fish. Amazing. Yeah. This is just amazing. So you really it's different when you see the manifestation of what you are actually saying, because it's not just, what you don't just say it, but you actually apply it, which is really great. Well, and I can see it. Look at that one, no?
One thing that I learned recently, which it's like we were talking about dreams earlier.
Yeah.
And I think we all intrigue for the dreams, and Valentina especially, she's a dreamer. And we wake up in the morning, and she likes to tell me her dreams. And it's always very mysterious. Where do the dreams come from? And I recently come up with a writer that I forgot the name, to be honest, sorry about that. But he gave us a really good indication of why do we dream, and what do the dreams come from. And I want to share that, although I should share the name, but I forgot. Sorry. But his insight was the fact that we have a part in our brain that is linked to our visuals. So there is a part of our brain that deals with the interpretation of what your eyes can see. And that part of your brain, when you lose your eyesight, gets filled with something else. Maybe you're a better listener, or you're better in smelling, or another sense. So normally that part of your brain needs to get busy with something, and it cannot be busy processing images. It will get busy with something else. So if you don't use it, that is what will happen. Well, what happened? Half of our lives, we are not using our eyesight because we're sleeping. So your brain has a mechanism, and this is amazing. It has a mechanism that creates images so somebody else doesn't occupy that part of the brain. Wow. So it doesn't take it's been taken over by another need. So it just bombards your brain with made up images just to keep that occupied. It's almost like when we find like a good spot in the parking lot, and I'm just driving around, and we just go and get out and just put it in there for the car to be able to park so nobody can steal it. It's the same. A dream is a made up thing from your brain as a protective tool. So there is a purpose in that dream. And I thought that was amazing. So these that you're looking at, those kind of a stream of consciousness, we're calling it streams, ideas that come after the other, is very similar to the process of dreaming. So it finds excuse to put something else, so you're busy. You're constantly busy. So you don't overthink. It's just whatever that is related, that happened to you the day before, or a month before, or something that you've seen on TV. All the time you just make it a dream. So your brain is whatever is handy and is easy, and that becomes a dream. So it's nothing that strange or mysterious. It's just fascinating. It's just random. It's a certain brilliant. I love dreams because of
amazing. Thanks for sharing that one, Juan. It's amazing. It started with a fountain, and it ended up with people, two persons hugging.
Well, we did a series called Free Hugs, and Free Hugs. I don't know. I think they probably have it in London, where people actually go out in the street with a card that says Free Hugs, and you can just go there and it will give you a hug for free. So
yes.
I know there is a lot of people in this country and all over the world that they live alone, and during the lockdown, something that they miss the most is to be hugged. So I could not go and hug them, but we could do drawings of people hugging so they feel hugged. So we did a very long series of free hugs, almost like one a day or sometimes even more.
Wow.
People felt like they were not alone.
Yeah, that was a lot of people responded to that. A lot. Like they really liked it.
Yeah, that was we did that for like at least 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, it was very good.
That's amazing. I remember there was a time that it was actually being done. When you get off a train station, and there are like people there giving free hugs. It was probably about years ago when it had happened here in London.
That's a thing. That's a thing that people do, and I always found that in a way it was. I mean, I have to recognize I find it kind of a little silly, and now I see the value of it.
Yeah,
it's like I was the one that was wrong. They were into something that I could not grasp. The fact that there's a lot of people that are very lonely, and give them a free hug. It could be the only hug that they have that day, and it was a big deal. And I didn't see it at the time, and a way of getting peace with the fact of me not seeing it. We did this series of free hugs.
The free hugs.
Amazing. Really great work. You did the streams that you did. When you first thought about that one, when you started with the fountain, that stream one, for instance, did you actually think that it will end up with two people hugging? Do you already have that in your mind?
No idea.
Wow, that's really amazing to think. That as what you said earlier, you don't know where it's gonna go, where it's gonna end. That's the beauty of art.
It's really funny because Juan usually wakes up before I do, and then sometimes I open my eyes and I see him, his iPad, just drawing things. It's just drawing things, and I'll be like, "What is that?" And it's like, I don't know. It's just a thought, and at some point they just come together. It's like it's very organic.
These are all the stuff that I do. I mean, so there is something, and this is not. I mean, I thought about it, but then I saw there is actually something that demonstrates is the fact that the first 2 hours when you wake up are by far the most creative.
Oh, wow.
They're precious. Other people just get up and they just like do an exercise or have breakfast. To me, those 2 hours are precious because your brain is not going to be as open to create as those 2 first hours. It's not that you can create later on, but the way you're prepared and open, because you're just born that day. In that day, you're just born, so you're like fresh from the oven.
Yeah.
You haven't had any disappointments just yet, or bad calls, or
anything. So it's
virgin.
It's very good. So you can just but it's really organic. It's a very organic.
Yeah. I think that's the reason why, because your mind is still fresh and you're well rested. So it's ready to create again. It's ready to. That's why it's very important to have enough rest and sleep.
And you can see that also in the people's faces. I mean, I as a director doing live action, I did a lot of beauty for a while. I always like to do the close-ups of the girls or guys that I will shoot first thing in the morning, because they look the best. There's no circles under the eye. Not immediately, because if you do it immediately, they're a little puffy. But if you wait like an hour after wake up, they look the best. The best that they're ever going to look that day is very early in the morning, and then we start decaying.
Wow, amazing. Really very informative. I'm taking a lot of things from you guys. Really amazing. So if I may ask you, each one of you, Juan, what will be your top 2 tips for all those who are aspiring to be visual artists like you?
Oh.
For you, Juan, give me top 2 tips that we can share, that you want to share to our audience.
Tips. Well, the number 1 tip is the hardest, which is to trust yourself, and that's something that is a daily exercise. Because as an artist, you're full of doubts. And the moment that you stop being full of doubts, you don't have a pulse. Probably we all going to be full of doubts. But you need to fight those doubts and trust yourself. Trust your instinct. Trust again, and I'm repeating myself, but I will not stop. Yeah. Trust the inner voice. Trust that inner voice, because it's the one that is right. And it's the one that is, and it's always been there since you've been a little kid. Trust it. Don't put it aside. Don't look at other people, what they think, or try to make your opinion to sound like what somebody that you admire says. Trust your inner voice. And that's hard. That's really hard. But it's doable, and we can all do it.
And go for it.
Exactly.
Go for it. Go for it.
Go. What is the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Exactly. I like you guys. I like you guys. I'm learning a lot, and that is true. Just like I'm sure Grant Cardone. And he said, "Starve the beast, feed the beast, and starve the doubt." That's very important. It's really hard to overcome the doubt, the self-doubt that you have. And it's really true. If you look at other people, what they're doing, you will be disturbed yourself. It's like going in a race. If you're running and then you're trying to look back, it's going to slow you down. So just go for it. It goes well with what Valentina said. Just go for it. That's why I like Nike. Exactly. That's why I like Nike. Just do it.
But if you don't do it perfect, it's okay too. I mean, if we all have doubts and moments of weakness, we all do.
Yeah.
We all do. Everyone. And if somebody tells you that they don't, they are lying.
Yeah.
They're all full. I mean, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes, Picasso used to say, I'm not waiting for inspiration. When inspiration comes, it will caught me working. So just don't wait for you to have the trust to be an artist. Just do it. Do it. Fake it until you make it.
Just like Nike. That's why I like Nike. Swoosh, just do it.
Totally.
Remove the element of time.
It's
That's
true. No
amazing.
fear.
No
Yeah.
fear.
Yeah. How about you, Valentina? Is there one thing that you would like to share? Any top tip for aspiring visual artists
Well,
out there?
one thing that worked for me is, I know it sounds silly, but it's just to be grateful too. Be grateful to everything that surrounds you. Be grateful to the things that happens to you, because you can always use that to create something.
That's a good point.
And
Appreciate it.
yeah, appreciate what you have. And it's just not like what I want to have. It's just what you already have. Be just grateful and kind. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself on those moments of doubt. Be kind and just keep moving, keep going. You're gonna make it.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you for that, Juan and Valentina. I always, Valentina, I just would like to ask you this question. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh, well, I hope I can still be doing what I'm doing now. I can still be creative. I still be, successful, and keep providing for everybody that needs providing. And in general, I would like to see myself in 5 to 10 years being a happy person, happy and giving person.
Amazing. That's what really matters, happiness. As long as you're happy with what you're doing, it's a state of being. It's a state of being.
Yeah,
No
because
matter what it is.
exactly, everything else will come, to you.
Exactly,
It's
exactly.
I'm a big believer on being grateful and kind, and I believe in happiness. I believe that that's the biggest gift.
Exactly. And most of us, when you ask people about their goals, it's all about health, happiness, and wealth. All those three.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
those three. So happiness is really very
Health
important.
is the first thing that I do every morning. It's silly, but I wake up and I open the door to the backyard and I look at the sky and I just give thanks that I have the joy of living another day and be healthy and be good, because it's really amazing that we wake up, and we're here. So being grateful for our health and for everything that we have is so important, and health is the most important thing right now.
Yes, exactly, exactly. Juan, I always ask my guests this question. I call this a dinner question. I know you're gonna have lunch soon. So if you're going to have a lunch with anybody in the world, it could be somebody big, somebody's already dead as well. You can, who is this person that you want to have lunch with? Why and what question would you ask this person? Could be anybody.
Groucho Marx.
Who is that? Sorry.
Groucho Marx, one of the Marx brothers. You know Groucho Marx?
It was a comedian in the
Okay, okay.
a comedian in
He was
the
famous with
50s.
with a mustache and a cigar and the glasses.
Okay.
I love him because he always surprises me. Is one of the things that I value the most is somebody that can have a good conversation. I like what we're doing right now. I mean, you can actually go and have and normally a good conversation has to have an element of surprise and humor. And Groucho Marx has I don't know. That's the first one that comes to my mind at this point. I could change my mind, but Groucho Marx, I would love to have dinner with Groucho Marx for sure.
Wow, amazing. How about you, Valentina?
I mean, I don't know. I think I would love to have lunch or dinner with my mom, because she left me too soon. So I would like to see her again.
Wow. Any question that you would like to ask her?
I would like to ask her, what she had a very strong what do you call that? She was very strict, and yeah. And I will ask her how she prevailed on always being so right, because she was always right. Mothers are always right, but she was a really strong woman. I will ask her, where did she found the strength to to keep going and to be so successful.
Wow, that's amazing, amazing. Thank you for your answers. Cora Corsola here. Yes, health, wealth, and happiness are most important things in our life. Amazing. I couldn't agree more. I would like to welcome as well Jennifer Blatchford. Welcome here. Kes Marvs. Kes Marvs. Thank you. Thank you. We have Mimi Mili as well. Thank you for watching. We have George O. Orta II. Thank you. Thank you very much for watching and for coming in. And Mari as well. Thank you for watching. Yan. Thank you very much, Juan and Valentina. And because of that, the only thing that I could actually give you for guesting here is this one. We got a surprise for you. I hope you like this one. That's for you, Valentina.
Oh, wow.
3 flowers. It's only virtual.
It's so beautiful. I love flowers. You know, when you come visit, I'll show you my flower garden.
Wow, thank you, thank you. And
Beautiful.
and that's for you, Juan. Cheers, man.
Oh, nice beer.
Cheers.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you for your time here. And I know you are busy as well with your projects, but we managed to do our live stream here, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And Juan and Valentina, please invite all our audience to visit your website, follow you on whatever social media platform you're in. So please promote what you would like to promote.
Well, please follow us on our Instagram and, just keep spreading the magic.
Yeah, our Instagram is called Juan_Delcan, D as in David, ELCAN. And it's Juan and Valentina, the team, VMJ.
And look for the next thing, which is gonna be the NFTs. We're gonna do NFTs. So look for that.
Wow, amazing, amazing. And Cora Corsola said, Juan and Valentina, cheers. Yan. Yes. And it's actually on the ticker below as well. Saying it's on the ticker as well.
Brilliant.
Follow and subscribe in YouTube, Juan Delcan. Instagram, Juan_Delcan. And website, juandelcan.com. Wow. Thank you very much, Juan.
Thank you.
And Valentina, I know you're hungry now. We're going to prepare for your lunch. But before you go, final question. One, is COVID a curse or a blessing?
Well, I don't believe in curses. I'm not sure if it's a blessing. There's angles of it that. So if I have to choose between the two, I will say a blessing, although it is damaging and hurtful for a lot of people. So it's maybe not just a blessing, but there is angles of it that it could be a blessing. But
Yes.
It could be a blessing in disguise.
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
Very dark disguise. Yeah.
Very dark, but yeah, it could be. It could be.
But I don't believe in curses, so I will have to choose blessing. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, Juan Delcan and Valentina from USA, California, visual artists. Please follow and subscribe in their YouTube channel, Juan Delcan, and on Instagram, Juan_Delcan, and website, juandelcan.com. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Love you, Jeremy. Thank you.
Hope to meet you in person, in perfect timing. In perfect timing. We'll see each other.
Good.
Okay. Thank you for sharing everything. I've learned a lot. I'm sure our audience have learned a lot, and all those who will be watching this one as well. Thank you very much. Much obliged to you. Happy Easter.
Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much. By the way, I forgot to say, you look like Bono of U2. I said that earlier. I was almost interviewing Bono already,
He's more handsome.
Yes, exactly. I believe that. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay safe, guys.
You
Thank
too.
you. Thank you. Bye. Wow. So that's Juan and Valentina. So, what is your takeaway? What is your takeaway? So, you've been here with me for 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 23 seconds. So, my intention and my wish is you have a takeaway. So, what is your takeaway? So, for me, my takeaway is very simple. What he said, what Juan said, pay attention. Just pay attention, be present, and paying attention and being present in what you're doing, even the small details, it will open doors for you. Yan. Thank you very much, Ronnie Diao. Thank you for visiting. Thank you as always for your support, Ronnie. And yeah, that's my takeaway. So, what is your takeaway? So, for me, always remember, um, the quality of our life will depend on the quality of the thoughts that we are thinking. Always plant those seeds of positivity in your mind every single day, so that let it germinate, so that one day you will see the better version of yourself. So, um, thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Thank you for joining me today. And don't forget, next week, this will be our guest. There you go. That will be on Wednesday, 12 noon, and Sunday, 7 p.m. That is Greenwich Mean Time. Yan. So thank you, everyone. All the time, I have loved you and I always will. Call it crazy, but I know someday you'll feel this feeling I have for you inside. I'm a hopeless romantic, I know why. Memorizing all the lines, and here I am, struggling for words and still don't know what to say. What to say? Don't know what to do whenever you are near. Don't know what to say, my heart is floating in tears. When you pass by, I could fly. Every minute, every second of the day, I dream of you in the most special way. You're beside me all the time. All the time. All the time. Thank you very much, everyone. Happy Easter. See you again. Can I plant some seeds of positivity and good vibes in your mind for a few minutes? Thank you. Warm greetings, everyone. If you're looking for empowerment, entertainment, and fun, I've got good news. JhermiNATION is here for you, so please don't forget to subscribe on my YouTube channel, JhermiNATION. Together, we can make a difference and impact. See you every Wednesdays, 12 noon, and Sundays, 7 in the evening, UK time. This is Jeremy of JhermiNATION.